moments, that you're not running from those moments. Just maybe speak to not running from that moment and wanting the shot and getting it and making it happen.
I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day, man. It's not too serious. I know these games are high stakes, and it's a lot on the line, but at the end of the day, it's still hoop. And so in the moments, I try to be as calm as I can and execute the game plan, really. And it's a fun game, man. Chicago presents a tough challenge because they press you all game. They top 5 in the league and turning teams over. They got small guards that can penetrate and shoot. So, I feel like this whole week we've been having to, play against so many different types of teams. That's just preparing us to, as we, head down to this, second half of the season. So, it's a fun game.
Do you take a moment to enjoy those moments, or, like I saw you celebrating with the crowd?
Yeah.
You take a chance to like digest it in a celebratory way, or not?
I mean, if it's a timeout or something, and get a chance to take it in for a couple seconds as I'm walking to the huddle, and then I got to worry about the next play, So let's try to have that next play mentality, but also understand and stay present. Understand what I'm doing and also stay present, and try to keep that momentum I have as well. So it's a balance you got to have, but I like the next play mentality that I grew tonight.
Last thing I had was the pass from Nurkic. How big was that for you to scramble a little bit and find it?
Huge. I mean, everybody in the gym knew the ball was coming to me, and especially Caruso. He's such a smart defender. He jumped it. Him and DeRozan, I think, kind of shadowed it a little bit out of bounds pass, and Nurk made himself available, and we work on that backdoor so many times in game and practice. So I seen Caruso flying too, so I had to double pump just a little bit, but I'm glad it went in.
After coming off a back-to-back, you guys kind of started off a little bit slow. Defensive rotation was a little bit slow. What was a seminal moment in the third quarter that kind of snapped things back into place for you guys?
I feel like I could have, early in the game, I had like 3 or 4 wide open threes in the first half that I thought could have settled us down, or guys making great plays, penetrating to the lane, get me a 3, and I just brick it. And I felt like that's, a couple of those they ran out for layups as well. So I felt like that was the momentum right there. If I'd hit 2 or 3 of those threes, we'd have went into the half down probably 10 or 9, and that's just a whole different game. So it's a make or miss league. I always say that. They made shots in that first half. They got hot. Made, I think, 10 threes that first half, and we couldn't get none up. We couldn't make any, and I was 0 for 6 in the first half and 6 for 15. So we made 14 threes as a whole and got back up to 40% from the 3. I think we made shots in that second half.
Kevin, congrats on the game. Kevin, initially you got fouled by Caruso. He was thrown to the sideline out of bounds. Was that Nurk improvising, or did you guys have that play?
Yeah, I mean, we was going to run the same play again where I just got it out top and just go. We knew they had a foul to give, so we knew they were going to foul. But like I said, Caruso is a smart defender, and he's seen the play coming, and they jumped it a little bit. So Nurk, being smart as he is, to always flash when I get the nod, and I was able to get a nice backdoor.
Do you remember a moment maybe back in training camp when you realized you had that chemistry with Nurk and you were going to be able to move and he'd see it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we both know each other games from playing against each other for over the years. I know he likes to pass over the top. And I'm sure in the scouting reports playing against me that backdoors, you had to be worried about my backdoors coming out the corner, anywhere on the floor. So, yeah, and then once the first time it happened, it's been an easy connection since then. I think it was preseason the first time we did it.
You were in your normal shooting motion and you had to move the ball forward. Was that because you felt Caruso?
Yeah, I happened to see him late. I'm like, oh, they're going to give me a wide open pull up in the left and at the elbow. And then I just, for some reason, I just seen him on my peripheral. I just seen somebody flying so hard, and I just tried to get a good one up. And, it felt great leaving my hands.
That's not something you practice, right?
Nah, you seen the Kobe's and the Michael Jordans when you get a good contest. So I try to watch them a lot, and if guys contest me pretty well, so sometimes I can bring that out.
Kevin, congrats on the game winner.
Thank you.
Back-to-back 40-point games, just won Western Conference Player of the Week. Can you talk to me about how you've had such good longevity throughout your career?
Just great teammates, great coaches, great teachers and mentors that poured into me, and I love the game. I love to work out. I love to play in the summers and my off season. So I'm always thinking about the game too. So I think that just keeps me in it, keeps me energized. It's about your energy level at this point as you get older, and I enjoy coming into work every day.
The crowd really responded to that tech on Drummond, and then himself responded. How did you see both the crowd and Drew help you guys in?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point of emphasis. If Andre gets you under the paint in a compromised position, try to wrap him up as best as you can and put him on the free throw line. And I understand why I played with Dre. I understand why he, that foul was pretty hard. I can understand why he was upset at it, and I understand why Drew took the foul as well. So it's just part of the game, and sometimes the ref need to get in there and give us some text just so we can kind of clear that up. And they got past it and was able to play a physical, clean game after that. And I think Drew's minutes tonight were so incredible. Love what he did. He just turned the game for us on both ends, finishing around the rim, being aggressive in pick and roll. I love what he did, and hopefully we continue to keep building on that.
You mentioned the turnovers and how they can do that. So I think you guys only had 7 tonight, and I know you're
That's
comfortable
incredible.
with range in some of these games, but that's a really low number. What do you think was the key there?
I mean, 32 assists, 7 turnovers, man. I mean, we stayed patient. We didn't try to run into a crowd, and like I said, coaches, that was the emphasis before the game, and that this team is one of the best teams at turning you over. They got some of the best guards in the league on the defensive side with J.C., Javon Carter, Caruso, Io. They do such a great job of getting their hands in the passing lane. So I guess we were just extra cautious tonight, and instead of turnover, we got shots up.
Jimmy, sorry if you've already been asked this, but you guys didn't take your first lead until about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. What is it about this team that just allowed you to stick with it and get it done?
Yeah, I think we were confident because I was missing threes. I think we got some. We were like 2 for 4 for 14 or something like that in the first, and they had made 12 of them, I think, or 10. I don't know the number, but it was double digits. And when you look at that and pretty much everything pretty much even, and you see that they just making more shots than you, I think we were confident that we could generate the same looks. We'll knock them down in the second half. And we also changed our pick and roll coverage and got a little bit more pressure on the ball, and we was able to get some stops and force them to tough shots and get out on the break.
That high pick and roll, Kevin, that you guys run with you or Book or Beal, how's that facilitate the offense? What do you like?
Yeah, I mean, just try to put the defense in a tough position. They got to make a decision. Either they're going to play a drop coverage, and we can come down clean and get our shots off and get in the paint, or they're going to trap us out 30, 32, 33 feet from the basket, and now our bigs are making decisions now in the pocket. Either they can get a layup or kick out for a 3. And you're seeing that's what Drew did to get us the lead up 3 to Grayson. They trapped it, and he swung it quick, and we work on that every day. And so we try to make teams pay if they're gonna blitz us all the way out there.
Kevin, how aggressive Vogel with the challenges? What do you think about how aggressive he is?
That was I think the one on DeMar.
Yeah.
It was one where the refs were, where the coaching staff was like, no, I don't challenge it, and Frank still challenged it and ended up winning. And I think that was incredible on his part to stick with it and try to put us in a good position. And he's been great with the challenges all season, to be honest. And I feel like he doesn't call them unless he for sure knows that we're gonna win. And that was a huge play.
6 straight wins, longest road trip of the season coming up right after this. How much can this do for a team in your experience, getting on the right page as soon as you're leaving home for a couple weeks?
Yeah, that's important for us to finish this off before we go on this long road trip. This is an important trip for us where we get to bond more as a team, but also showcase on the road in the tough environments what we made of. And our last couple of road games, we played New Orleans, and I forget who we played before that. Portland. We played 2 solid games on the road, so we try to build off of that and keep that momentum. And I love where we are. 25 and 18, man. It was just a week or so ago. It felt like we were 2 games over 500. So we trending in the right direction.
You said it recently that you embraced the struggle in this game like this, where in the second quarter you were down, your head was down, and your body language kind of sulked.
Mine?
Is the type of example of that?
My body language was bad?
It looked like that coming out of bounds.
You analyzing my body language that deep? Yeah, it's a tough game, and sometimes you can't help but to drop your shoulders when they make a tough shot or we get a turnover. I think that's just a natural human reaction, and I'm not going to be excited and smiling if we get down 20 points. You know what I'm saying? So, but we got good intentions always. We try to just go out there and play hard every possession and see what happens, and it was able to turn for us. And coaches did a great job of implementing game plans that's going to help us get back into the game. We simplified the offense. And defensively, we were more aggressive. So, yeah, once the game started to turn, our crowd got into it. Crowd was insane tonight. Insane. And they could have booed us early on. They did that before in the season, and we understood, but they stuck with us and gave us some extra energy to finish this game out.
Kevin, I don't know if you saw Joel Embiid score 70. Cat had 60.
70?
Yeah, Joel had 70 today.
58-3.
Yeah, 70? I seen Cat have 40 at half. I mean, the skill level in this league is insane, and actually the coaching, the schemes on offense is insane. You're seeing so many different sets being run for bigs to get threes. I mean, coaches are being way more creative to put their best players in great positions to get those numbers, and you got shooters all around the floor. You got penetrators. I mean, this is the peak of basketball, in my opinion. You're seeing it with guys doing. I mean, come on, man. Our bigs, we got bigs in the league getting 70 and 60, making 9, 10 threes, shooting pull-up jump shot. I mean, it's insane what we got going on.